So Chris Miller is doing $1,200 a week right now in royalties after signing up for the Blueprint Publishing Academy. Hey everybody, I'm Mecca coming at you from the Blueprint Publishing Academy, and today I'm sitting down with one of our students, Chris Miller, and Chris has such a unique story, and I thought it'd be such a powerful message to come across on the channel to everybody who might be going through his shoes or walking in his shoes, whatever the expression is. But Chris, man, welcome to the channel officially. It's great to finally have you here.
Yep, I knew it was inevitable, but I'm glad to be doing it now.
Totally, man, totally. So let's bring people up to speed with a bit about your story, like when you started with publishing, and like give us the first rundown before you signed up, for the Blueprint Publishing Academy. Go for it.
Okay. 2 Novembers ago, I signed up for the self-publishing Blueprint. Do anything for almost exactly a year.
Right.
I went through the course. I watched the videos. I bought a bunch of other courses. Course after course I'd buy, watch them, but I never really did anything. So finally, it was about November. It was right around the time the first academy started. I put the first book out and then was in the academy. That's when things started to actually happen. I was actually doing the work, was learning, working with the group and you and the group, and things just started to happen quickly.
Let's talk about your first year, man. You bought the Blueprint and then you waited 11, 12 months.
Right.
Well, you kept spending money on courses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What was holding you back from publishing books? What was the thought process? What were you telling yourself? Why did you wait 12 months to really start taking action?
It was a combination, a lot of procrastination.
Mm-hmm.
The job that I was working at the time, there'd be weeks or months at a time where we work 84 hours a week.
Right.
So I wasn't prioritizing putting time into publishing. I was just being an information junkie, soaking up the courses, thinking that would do something.
Right.
But finally decided I have to do this and give it a fair shot, and it started to work.
Information junkie. I think, that's something as, myself as a creator, we see a lot of, and we know who's in everybody's course and who's taking action, who's not taking action, who's just hanging around talking and everything. And I don't want to speak for the other guys, but we all knew who Chris Miller was.
Yeah. Because
Chris Miller was in everybody's course. We were all like, is Chris doing anything? Is Chris working? Is he just hanging out here? But I said you were one of the first, if not the first person to sign up for the academy when it opened. What changed? What, besides, if I remember correctly, did I call you out and give you a little shit online?
Yeah.
Did I kind of lose it on you like maybe a week before or something like that? Like,
yeah, it was real close to before the academy came out, and that really sparked me. That's when I started to do stuff.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Because some people might, some people might look at it as like, oh, Mecca, he's so mean or what. I care about my people, and I only do this to help other people make money. And if they're buying my stuff or buying other people's stuff and they're not working or making money, and they just keep buying, like, I'm going to intervene and call them out. And that's what I did. I don't even think it was in my group. I think it might have been in like the twins group or somebody else's Facebook group. I can't remember, but can we backtrack and talk about that? In fact, if we can find a post, if you actually could find that post, I'll throw it on the screen, if you don't mind.
I think I have it screenshotted somewhere.
Up on your wall.
Yeah.
It's like, I will make this work, so Mecca. But let's talk about that. Let's tell people about what it was and how maybe that affected you in a positive way, it looks like.
Yeah, of course, it kind of hit hard, kind of, took it, being kind of yelled at a bit, but it worked. That's right when I started saying, okay, he's right. I'm just buying this stuff and I'm spending money for no reason. I'm not actually trying. And it was right when he did that, I was like, okay, I'm going to get one book out and then go from there. But that was the spark. I appreciate that, even though it was kind of hard to hear at the time.
Sometimes it is like kind of that brutal truth. Like I'm the biggest fan of tough love.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm the biggest fan. Like, hey, when I make a mistake, you call me out on it. Let me know. And it's the same thing. It's like when other people when they're just, not doing anything. It's like, man, it's like you talk about you want freedom. You talk about you want your life to change, but you're not doing anything. Like either you don't want it bad enough, or like you need a kick in the ass. But it made a positive change. And then let's introduce people to the academy. What was it like? Walk them through it, because a lot of people, they don't know. It's such a new program. A lot of people don't know exactly how it's laid out and the overall idea behind it. But can you share your experience with it?
Yeah. So the academy, I kind of look at it as a closer knit group, or kind of a mastermind of the blueprint. So people who are more money saying, okay, I want more one-on-one attention or group attention, and kind of having your hand held, and then having the weekly calls with you and the other members of the group. We can cover a lot. These questions you might have, post them in the blueprint, and you get answers eventually. But in the academy, talking directly with you and these other guys, we're getting answers right away. And we get a plan for every week. Here's what we want to do before this next call. And we're being held accountable as well. So that next week comes, so why didn't you do your stuff? All right. So, and one other thing that I didn't know we were going to have at the end of this academy, we've formed kind of a mastermind on our own. So we continue these weekly calls with, I think we have 5 or 6 people. Every week we call each other and we follow up. And that helps a lot too.
And I've seen even the new group has I think they've kind of joined in on some of the calls now. And
yeah.
And I know like we've had, I think you guys had Suraj.
Yeah. He
jumped on, and that call must have been just absolutely incredible, having a chance to hear from somebody at his level. And that's super cool. Like that was something I hadn't even planned for. You guys kind of just done that, but you've been doing it for weeks now. Just phenomenal. Because how has that helped impact? Now the official calls have stopped, but you continued on these ones. How's that impacted your business?
Well, again, we're holding each other accountable, and we're seeing what everybody's doing. Like one of the guys had made a Facebook group and a Facebook page that's doing well. I've been able to share, I guess, the success I've had with the email list and the sales I'm making now. Mm-hmm. We're kind of feeding off each other, learning what we can and what doesn't work, and we're able to bounce ideas off each other.
Love it, man. That's just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
And it's a group of people who, invested more. They're in this academy, I would call it an elite group of people who, I guess, maybe trying harder, taking it more seriously.
Well, I think when you invest the amount of money to one, not just get into that program, and that's the reason why it's a few $1,000s, not a couple hundred.
Right.
Because I wanted people who were actually really serious, really committed, weren't going to mess around. Because you're just with higher caliber people. You're working with more serious publishers, people who want to build actual real 6-figure businesses. So it was all set up that way. So it's great to see you in the first class really just taking it in a whole nother direction. That's super cool. Super cool.
Yeah. And I guess I'll go ahead and tell you the follow-up story. Which you already know about, but as of 2 days ago, I quit my job, my day job. It's something I've been wanting to do. That's a lot of hours to put in a day job. And
80-hour weeks, right?
Now, what's that?
80-hour weeks?
Oh yeah, 84, sometimes more.
God, yeah.
So that's done with as of a couple days ago, and now I'm just publishing them to work on this stuff now and really scale it.
Congratulations, man. There's nothing like becoming free
Yeah.
from that 9 to 5, from the, it wasn't, it was a job you were doing. You weren't necessarily hating it, but I think it was more just the hours, and you didn't want to be doing it forever.
Right. Yeah, I did
Right.
like the job, but I like freedom more.
Right. And that's the whole thing. And that's why I'm so passionate and excited about helping people build a 6-figure publishing business. It's not because a 6-figure publishing business is going to get you any of the sexy toys like Lamborghinis or a private jet or anything like that. But it does the most important thing that I think people don't realize, and that it gives you your life back.
Yeah.
Because if you can get to $8,000 to $10,000 a month, right? That's $100,000 a year. Your expenses are now fully taken care of. Plus, you have some extra money, and now you can go out and you can build businesses. You can work on your passions. You can do things that you love to do, versus doing the things that you have to do to provide for your family. And that's what life's about. Life is not about working 9 to 5 till you're 65 and then, hanging on for the next 10 years and calling that life. Fuck that. Right? Like, this is, right? How old are you?
37.
You're 37, right? 35. It's 15 years ago, what we're doing right now would be unheard of.
Yeah.
Right? One, maybe because the internet wasn't fully developed, but that's a whole other thing. The point of, not working until you're, right? Like, 35, 37, like, my dad didn't retire till he was like 70. And when I say retire, I'm going to say, like, he's not traveling the world. He's just not working, right? It's not the retirement lifestyle that, people always imagined that you get. So it's just, I don't even know how we went on this rant, but
yeah. But I guess that's the goal. You take back your life. You get your time back.
Take back your life.
And you're not saying you still have the money or more money.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Live how you want.
And we talk a lot about money because money is important. Rent's right up there with oxygen, right? But it's the freedom of what you can do when you don't have to work a job.
Yeah.
To do the things that you love to do, right? Like, have you had a chance? Well, I guess 2 days ago you quit, so you probably haven't had a chance to go out and start doing something that you haven't been able to do because of the job. But is there anything you're really excited about picking up over the next couple months that you're able to do now because you have the time?
I'm going to travel a bit this year.
Sweet.
Going to Thailand or Bali.
Cancun, September 12th to the 15th.
Yep, I'll be there.
There's a little event I've heard of.
Yep,
Make sure that's in your calendar. Yeah.
Who knows what else?
That's awesome, man. That's like, you must be stoked for the travel.
Yeah. Everything looks pretty positive. Moving forward now.
I love it, man. It's absolutely incredible. It's that's wicked, man. That's wicked. Any advice you want to share to anybody who's thinking about signing up for the Academy? Registration, it opens, it's either open now or it opens in the next little bit here. But any advice for people who are thinking, should I just go with the blueprint, kind of figure it out myself? Should I just go with the Academy and get my hands held? And, do you want to?
Yeah. No matter what you do, whether you just do the blueprint or the Academy, you have to actually start working. Don't get every course out there. Once you're starting to see some success, maybe look into other courses. The blueprint's great. It'll show you what to do. If you're the kind of person who needs the extra push or you want to do it faster, Academy is what helped me, really. Whatever you do, just don't delay like I did. Don't waste a year. Start putting books out, learn as you go, or join the Academy and learn even quicker there.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, Chris, man, thank you so much for hanging out and getting some time. You know, I'm stoked to see you blow it up over the next few weeks and everything. And then, you know, I know we've kind of talked about, you know, even you having sharing your story kind of in more detail of where you're going to be at come Cancun. And so, yeah, I'd be super excited to kind of take part in that, man. That event's going to be off the hook. It's going to be absolutely insane. So, yeah, no, it's going to be awesome, man. 150 of us going to be at that event. Can you imagine? 150. Last year it was 15 and lives were changed. 150. Cancun might never be the same again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome, buddy. All right, Chris. Thanks so much. Till next time, everybody. Speak to you soon.